The impact of coal mining on the land. The impact to the land and surroundings. Strip mining or open land mining alters the land around it, which decreases the natural environment value. If the mining companies get permission to mine on a certain piece of land, residents of this area must be resettled somewhere else. This is also bad for crops because even if the land around it is reshaped, all of the natural nutrients that was once there for plants and crops are gone and cannot be replaced. A result of this is that the livestock will not have any grass to graze because the grass will not be able to thrive in non-fertile soil. Strip mining also destroys current habitats of animals living on the land. Also, it may cause paleontological, archaeological, and other historic values within the earth to be lost. Mountaintop removal is another form of mining where the top of the mountain is removed. This rock and soil is then deposited into nearby valleys, which may cause blocked and contaminated waterways and water sources. Water management. Strip mining requires a large amount of water for coal preparation plants and dust suppression plants. These plants remove surface or groundwater from agricultural users. This takes away or stops the productivity of these operations. Often these water sources are not returned after mining, creating a permanent drop in agricultural productivity. Underground mining has a similar effect. River pollution. When power plants use coal-powered boilers, they produce ash containing calcium oxide or CaO. CaO readily dissolves in water, creating lime water. This lime water is then carried by rainwater to rivers. The CaO in the water reacts with other chemicals in the water and it becomes polluted. Mining can also affect the wildlife. It can cause destruction or displacement of species on an area of land where they are mining. Also, the polluted water will probably kill aquatic life in rivers and streams. Air pollution. Coal and coal waste products release approximately 20 toxic release chemicals. These include arsenic, lead, mercury, and other chemicals. These are highly dangerous if released into the environment. During coal combustion, the reaction between coal and the air produces oxides of carbon, including carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, and nitrogen oxide. The wet cooling towers or heat rejection devices are used in coal-fired power stations. These emit drift and fog, which are also an environmental problem. If the wet cooling towers use salty ocean water, the water is desalinated and the salt is deposited on nearby land. This reduces the fertility of the soil and will cause plants and crops not to grow. Mercury emissions. The coal-powered plants are responsible for half of the mercury emissions in the United States. Mercury is dangerous when released into water sources. It can harm both wildlife and people who consume freshwater fish. Mercury travels up the food chain. It is first consumed by worms, which are eaten by fish, which are eaten by birds. Greenhouse gas emissions. The combustion of coal is the largest contributor to the man-made increase of CO2 in the atmosphere. CO2 and other greenhouse gases are the main contributor to global warming. Global warming is where greenhouse gases and other pollutants are collected in the atmosphere like a thickening blanket, trapping the sun's heat and causing the planet to warm up. Global warming is a serious problem. Over the past 50 years, the average global temperature has increased at the fastest rate in recorded history. This is why it is a problem that mankind is contributing to this by burning coal. Dangers to miners. Coal mining is very dangerous. An average of 26 coal miners died per year from 2005 to 2014. Underground mining dangers include suffocation, gas poisoning, roof collapse, and gas explosions. Miners can also develop lung diseases such as pneumoconiosis or black lung, caused by inhaling the dust from coal mines. The U.S. gets 4,000 new cases of black lung every year. Black lung can also lead to shorter life expectancy. Damps are also a problem to miners. Damps are buildups of a hazardous gas. Alternative energy sources. Solar energy. Solar energy is great for the environment. It keeps pollution out of the air. Wind power. The cost of wind power is very cheap and the outcome of it is effective. This is why I believe we should stop using coal as our main energy source and start to explore the alternatives.